Hi, today I wanted to do something that's kind of fun. I wanted to take an example of two different kind of designers that take two different kind of approaches to presenting their UI design. Of course, presenting is a very daunting task, and you feel like you don't know how it's going to go. But I wanted to illustrate a principle in this, and I'm going to show you two different kind of designers. One takes the approach of really bringing the audience too much into the design and the technical things that really your audience probably doesn't know, nor do they really care. And then the other approach is to present problems, challenges, and take an empathetic approach to your audience, getting into the kind of things that they're concerned about, their wants and needs for regarding to how they want a project to accomplish something. And by seeing these two different approaches, I'm hoping that you could take away something from this. Well, good afternoon. Hi, my name is Dean, the designer. I thank you for joining us, and we're going to go ahead and present to you some designs that we've been working on for Hopdoddy. We put a lot of hard work into it, and we hope you like some of the things we've done. We did a lot of work to really make this an up-to-date website. We wanted to make it really modern, bring it up, and use some modern techniques. If you look at the design, we're using responsive web design. You'll kind of see that it's a 100% flush layout, but yet we've got some containers to also make sure that our line lengths are not too long. So over on the header, you kind of see that we've got a very modern looking header. It's just in pure white, very simple, simplistic, but it does have a touch of sophistication. Of course, you know that the Hopdoddy logo has also got this kind of upscale feel to it. And one of the things that we did, we put the kind of big call to action, the start order button over on the right. And what I like about it is you kind of notice that the start order gives a balance because you got the logo over on the left, and then you got the start order button over on the other side. So moving on down the page, of course, we got a great photo. And we've got this cool effect where the fonts are kind of overlapping on the photo. And then we've also kind of put this unique touch where we're kind of using this green theme. Of course, this is the same green that we're using over on the header. And this green is kind of in juxtaposition with the charcoal gray, something that's kind of a little bit darker and moody. And then the gray is something a little bit brighter and kind of vibrant. And so anyways, I really like this touch that John put on that. And then of course we've got this really fine arrow. It's just one pixel line. And then we've got this really kind of fine text for the call to action for you. John, I remember the first time that you came to me and you presented to me that you had this problem, that the burgers in your restaurant are so incredibly delicious. Yet the website, it's hard to kind of translate the experience, the taste, the quality that the burgers that you make offer. And so your simple desire was to just have a website that would really communicate the kind of quality that Hopdoddy has. And so we really took that to heart. We really had a lot of, consideration about it, and we really just kind of owned that problem. When we set out to design this website, what we were thinking is we really wanted a design that would just get out of the way. We wanted a design that would really kind of illustrate and bring you into the kind of experience through great photography and through just a very simple, honest message, and by giving and also providing kind of a storytelling about the kind of sourcing and the quality and the background and the extent of what you do to make these burgers so delicious. And so as you're looking at this first page, you just kind of see there's a very simple design. We stayed true to your brand. Of course, we have the green, which really celebrates the kind of freshness that you have to offer. Kind of like the green is kind of the green we try to pick from maybe the freshest iceberg lettuce that you could possibly find. And you also have that feeling up at the top of the navigation bar. And then down below, we're using a lot of the charcoals and the darker colors. And we wanted that to be a reminder that Hop Dottie is the kind of restaurant that you can come to at night, or you can come and kind of have somewhat of a normal experience, come out for lunch with your friends in a t-shirt, and that's okay. And so you have this kind of versatility of the environment, and we wanted to kind of bring that out in the website and almost give you the experience as if you were actually at the restaurant. Of course, we have this kind of photo right here, and it's just a classic cheeseburger with the cucumbers and just kind of someone's just kind of holding it. You kind of get the idea of just how large that hamburger is. Really emphasizing kind of the juiciness, the flavor, the freshness. Awesome job. And then what I really like about the photography that went on was the photo. It really kind of captures as if you were really right there in the restaurant. And of course, we have this just simple message: good vibes delivered. And kind of scrolling down, we've got this kind of tie-dye pattern, and we've got another burger of the month. Just kind of giving you this feeling that there's a lot of different kind of burgers, inviting you to go ahead and explore. And then you have this tie-dye pattern. And another thing, I mentioned this kind of versatility about the restaurant, but there's also kind of a versatility about the demographics that you're able to serve. We really found that Hop Dottie's the place that you can enjoy if you're a young Gen Z, or if you're a family person who's bringing the whole family out for a good meal. And so we wanted to kind of, again, have this kind of play with something that's youthful, but it's also got definitely a certain kind of upscale. Of course, we know the Hop Dottie logo has this kind of upscale feel. And again, we really love the fact that Hop Dottie's got this kind of versatility. I remember, Rhonda, you were kind of mentioning some of the things that you really wanted. You found that were opportunities to use the website. And so here we've got this module. We did some user testing on it, and we found that, the people that come to your restaurant are extremely loyal, and they become even fans. And so this idea of the Dottie rewards, being presented here, according to our testing, we feel that it's going to perform great. Good afternoon. This is Derek, the designer. We had a lot of fun working on this Geico website redesign. Of course, in the past, Geico, it really needed a refreshing. It was kind of busy. There was a lot of things that could be improved upon. And so when we worked on this, we really wanted to make things very modern and simple. And so if you take a look, first of all, you just kind of see that the menu bar everything is kind of hidden off on the right side. And then you have, of course, the infamous gecko. We managed to work that in, and it's personalized. You'll notice it says, "Hello, Kenneth and Heather. It's nice to see you again." And then if you kind of scroll down, we really wanted to make this very modern, very simple, very clean. And so we found this really light gray. And then what we do is we've got this kind of panel. There's a light shadow on this. And you'll also see that we've got some navigation items up on the top. And then just in a very clean, yet readable font, you'll kind of see that we've kind of laid out some things related to your policy. And then we've got some really handsome icons down on the bottom, and we're introducing some colors, right? We got some blue, we've got an orange, we got a green in there. So you'll kind of see that there's primary colors, but they're not kind of childish kind of colors. Well, hi, good afternoon. This is Edward, the designer, and I just really want to thank you for taking out time out of your day to allow us to kind of present some of the designs that we've done for you. As you know, this project's been going on for a while, and there's been some user research that's been going on for some time. And, the team has really put together some awesome, has gathered some really awesome insights about both what the Geico customers are looking for, and even people that may not know Geico. We've got some really interesting insights. And so, building upon the insights that were found, and after doing some user testing, one of the things that we found is that, there's a lot of sort of anxiety and unease about insurance. And of course, what people want out of insurance is they want a sense of security. They want to know that they're with a company that they can really trust. And we also found that your customers really care about the service that's provided. We do know that there's a lot of big players out there. Geico is definitely one of those players. And I know one of the things that you mentioned is that you really want to establish more credibility on the kind of service that you're able to provide. So what we did here, and the other thing that of course we know is through the studies, we did find out that your users kind of found that the last dashboard was just too overwhelming. There was a couple of blocks that kind of, somewhat became a distraction from the main thing. And so really what we set out to do on this homepage was just give you accomplish two main things. Really declutter the menu by tying everything into menu so that we could focus all of the attention on giving you one drop-down menu on I would like to. And as you can kind of see, there are just some core things that you would like to: start a new quote, change coverage, change address, add a vehicle, and claims. And these are the things that we found that were the most frequently sought after tasks. And we also did validate that with some of the web metrics that we gathered. And then, what we wanted to do is, insurance is kind of this funny thing where you don't know if you really have it. And so we wanted to make this first page one simple card that shows you what you possess. It shows you the people that are insured. It shows you your policy. It shows you the price. It shows you what's covered. Here we have auto, and of course you might have other modules that's added to here. But it gives you that kind of secure feeling that Geico is insuring you and insuring you specifically in this kind of way. And then so we felt that this kind of very simple layout of just having one central module, in the center of the page was a way to just declutter everything, keep everything focused on the core wants and needs of the user. I do want to point your attention. Of course, we know that the gecko is lovable, adorable, and but we wanted to utilize that gecko to let you know that the gecko is for you. It says, "Hello, Kenneth and Heather. It's nice to see you again. How can we help you?" And if you notice, we also have a feedback over on the right. There are some ways that you can get service. And then the colors that we're using these this kind of pastel blue. It's, of course, got more of the purple hues in it, but we found that we really wanted to come up with a color that would be very safe. It would be kind of soothing, calming. We realize that you might be coming to this website in a state where you actually just got into an accident. And so to have that kind of secure feeling of logging into this very simple interface, I can find what I need to do, and I might be in a rush, and having those blue colors to settle things down, and having everything decluttered so that I can find exactly what I want to do, such as report an accident, is all here for you. So these are the kind of things that we were thinking on based upon the research that we found. Anyways, if you do have any comments, I'd love to hear about that. Okay, so you got to see those two different approaches. What did you think? Well, as you saw, that the first designer really brought out a lot of technical things, brought out details. But the problem is, if you kind of consider all those things really just are of little interest to me. Things like, what kind of fineness of the point and the arrow, and, whether there's a certain technology that's being used, and these kind of things, they don't matter a whole lot. And I would also say your audience is going to notice a lot of these things, such as if you have parallax in your website, if you have kind of of videos in there, you really don't need to elaborate on it that much. They will see those things. But the things that you do want to point out to your audience is what went behind the design. Why is this design solving a particular problem? And then what I like about that kind of approach is I want the discussion to be on things that are quite rational. Of course, there's a lot of debate in whether the color is good or bad, but I would like to establish with my audience the kind of things, the feeling that we're trying to accomplish for a particular reason. And then we could talk about the colors if there's something that, is it that we're not addressing the right goal, or is the problem that we don't feel that this color is the right color to meet that goal? So there you have it. I hope that you got something out of these, and if you stayed this long on the episode, I thank you for that. I'll see you on the next one.